Isinijurutv. My name is Namkanya Shamira Faizo, a correspondent from the Pearl of Africa. As we promised to give you accurate news from the Pearl of Africa, the country is mourning for the Speaker of Parliament who passed on over the weekend. May his soul rest in peace. Here is the news.
Speaker of Parliament Jacob Oulanyah dies after being admitted for a couple months in hospital. His death was announced by President Yoweri Museveni on Sunday through his official Twitter account. Oulanyah, 56, was referred abroad on February 3rd for specialized healthcare by doctors at Mulago National Referral Hospital, where he was first admitted in January. Mr. Oulanyah was last seen in Parliament in December 2021 when he chaired only a few sessions, including the passage of the National Security Fund Bill, which provides midterm access to MPs' savings. He was elected to the office of Speaker in May 2021.
Honourable members, Honourable Speaker.
It is very unfortunate that we have lost our dear Speaker, the Right Honourable Jacob Oulanyah, who for some days and months has been down receiving treatment. Unfortunately, he was pronounced dead. He could not make it, and we convey our condolences to members of his family, the government of Uganda, the members of Parliament, Ugandans, particularly the people of Omoro County, Omoro District, where he was serving as a member of Parliament, and also to the NRM fraternity, because the Right Honourable Jacob Oulanyah has been our Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda. He was also the Vice Chairperson of NRM for Northern Uganda, and therefore a member of the Central Executive Committee, and he was a member of Parliament representing the people of Omoro County. So we convey condolences to Ugandans.
Jacob is going to be buried according to the Parliamentary Pension Act, Schedule 4, Part C and D, which provides for the process of burying a speaker, and any other communication in regards to the send-off will be communicated. The President is still in charge of the whole process. The body is in Seattle, and the body will be coming soon. The ambassador has taken over the body, and we will have the body in Uganda soon.
It is unfortunate that he has died at a tender age, but we all know whoever is born, time will come, and the God calls us. So we convey our condolences, and we pray that the good Lord comforts members of his family and rests his soul in eternal peace.
In 2011, I'm the one who nominated him to be Deputy Speaker, even when he had not arranged anything with me. We had no pre-arrangements, but I nominated him following what I heard he had done in the 7th Parliament. And therefore, I knew that Jacob Oulanyah was the right person to be Deputy Speaker then. And he did his work. That time I was a backbencher, but I knew him from the past. I was reading about him. He did not even know me when I was nominating him. We were in State House as a caucus. You know how we come together to compete for these positions. So NRM, that time he was competing with one of our brothers. But when he won, he came to Parliament here, and we won as deputy, and we won as Deputy Speaker.
It is sad and it's unfortunate that we have lost the Speaker of Parliament, Honourable Oulanyah. He has been quite an informed Ugandan who has and had a good appreciation of the rules of procedure. We have not had enough time with him as new legislators, but at least the little time we saw him, we saw him presiding over, he had some basic grasp and appreciation of the rules of procedure and respect to parliamentary proceedings. We think for us who are advocates of the rule of law and good governance, we find a gap in his demise, but that is God. Allah grants life and actually takes away life. Allah says in the Quran, "Innaka mayit wa innahu mayitun." It is Allah who actually gives life, and every soul must taste death. It's sad. We want to send sympathies to his family, the Parliament of Uganda, and the country, Uganda as a whole.
In due course, we shall be announcing to the public, to the country, the arrangements to have him given a decent, eternal rest and send-off. So we urge the countrymen and women to just be calm. Let's continue praying for his soul. Let's continue praying for members of his family, for God to comfort them so that they are able to go through these difficult times.
In the meantime, at all times in absence of the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker has the power to preside over the House. However, it does not do away with the requirement of replacing by election a substantive Speaker, because the laws are very clear and elaborate when they pronounce themselves on the position of a Speaker as an independent and the topmost organ in governance of Parliament. However, we anticipate that as soon as possible.
We request the country to remain calm, because it has happened. It has happened. All of us, at an individual level, time will come and will go. So when this one happens, we need to unite as a country and give him a decent send-off. And that's what we are going to do as a government, working with the family. We are going to make the arrangements to see that we pay the last respects as Ugandans, and then we shall give him a decent send-off.
Ministry of Internal Affairs asks Ugandans who are flocking the ministry officers applying and renewing old passports to calm down and not to panic as the expiry date of old passports gets close. The ministry urges Ugandans to utilize regional passport offices to avoid long queues at the ministry.
We are currently experiencing very long queues at the passport office, very long queues. This story even featured on NBS, I think, last week. This is mainly due to, one, the phase-out period of the old passports, this type of passports, the ones we are phasing out. That is on 4th April next month. But on this, I wish to call upon the public and to let them know that the process of issuing passports is not ending next month. We shall continue issuing passports even after 4th April 2022. What we shall be continuing with is we shall be continuing to issue this new type of passport known as electronic passports. Some brokers are passing wrong information to the public in a bid to make money. They are alarming the public that from 4th next month, there will be no issuance of passports, which is completely wrong. We shall issue passports, and we call upon Ugandans who are not having any emergencies not to panic, to apply for passports, pay, schedule appointment, and come to the ministry only when they are supposed to be there to avoid these queues. Because of this panic, there are so many Ugandans who are coming to cause commotion at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. I call upon whoever does not have a journey to postpone the passport application until when need really arises. Those with emergency travel, like those traveling out for studies, for medical treatment, and for employment out of the country should apply for a passport, pay, and schedule appointment, and only appear at the passport office on the scheduled date. We have opened the regional offices that handle passport matters. And on these, I call upon Ugandans to utilize them. We have a passport office at Mbarara. We have one at Mbale. We have another one in Gulu. We have two others coming up, one in Jinja and another one in Arua. Passports that are going to be processed by these centers are genuine and authentic. They are not inferior passports like some people would wish to portray them. These passports are genuine and they are issued by passport office. Only that because we wanted to decongest headquarters, we did open these regional passport centers. But our information trickling in indicates that some people do not want to use the regional offices. Please, if you are in Western Uganda, please utilize Mbarara Passport Office. Those of East can utilize Mbale and Jinja, that is coming up. And those in Northern Uganda, you have been catered at the office located at Gulu. We have recently also launched the passport for refugees, the new one, electronic conventional travel document. It is called a CTD. This is a passport for refugees who are living here, living and working here. But for you to qualify for one, you must have registered by the Office of Prime Minister and issued with an ID and then a letter of attestation. Once you have those, then you will have to go online using the passport portal, www.passports.go.ug, and apply. Apply for a conventional travel document. This document has been enhanced via features and it is superior. It costs 220,000 for the refugees. This is for the refugees who are living and working here, registered of course.
Uganda tour operators urge government to help them support tourism events as it's the easiest way to promote domestic tourism. This said at the Vumbula Uganda Festival, a local event aimed at promoting domestic tourism.
Uganda is the richest among all nations of the world in terms of culture. Our cultural tourism would be the richest because of the different cultural diversity. Each tribe has its own culture and it is rich and marketable. Unfortunately, the culture of Uganda has been neglected. It is not producing what it should have produced just because it is not funded. And these exhibitions have taken part in so many, like this one, but that means the exhibition just showcases that this person or this organization exists.
It brings all the tourism stakeholders in one space, and of course that is very key because we have so many players that need to interact and find solutions to our challenges that we keep facing in the tourism sector. So the contribution is very huge, and we feel like today it's very important that all the stakeholders are here, and we are looking forward to a very fantastic and an amazing two-day festival.
I'm very grateful to see that young people, not necessarily in tourism, and are excited about doing this kind of exhibitions because that explains the future. That's what we're going to as a people.
If I'll break it down, I'll place Vumbula Expo, the Vumbula Expo that we are attending right now, as part of the local events, because we would have the local events, regional, the mega, name it. Now with this expo, first and foremost, we're coming from the COVID-19 pandemic, which drifted us away and put us, apart. Now, with the government allowing such events of this caliber to take place, people are getting back together. So one, There's the social factor that people are getting together, interacting, sharing ideas. That is one. Two, there is also the aspect that small businesses have come here to exhibit the different products and services. It means they're trying to reestablish, rejuvenate their businesses so that they may get back, to the mainstream. So with such expos, they tend to interact with different clients, prospective clients. They share what they have. And this, at a later stage, turns into or actually results into business for them.
It gives us a promise in the future because a lot of young people have been appreciating the rest of the world outside their own country. Now, seeing exhibitions of, for example, clocks that were made in 1953, seeing the smallest TV in the world that was made in 1983, seeing the music, the meats of Uganda, seeing work exhibiting here, it's a fantastic thing. And even the exhibitors, all of them look relatively very young. Now, domestic tourism helps in the redistribution of wealth in a country. So if you have 100,000 Ugandans leaving Kampala and going to Gulu, they will have taken enough money to Gulu to redistribute the wealth. So anyone who markets domestic tourism redistributes wealth within the country. But at the same time, creates love. It reduces the amount of frustration among Ugandans when they get to see themselves in a very different way.
It is at this time that I'm calling upon the government to come in and help the community museums financially so that we can raise money, they can get money, and we facilitate our museums to compete internationally. We find that the community museums are not on the, cannot compete internationally. One, we need the training of the curators. We need to facilitate the museums. We need to package the artifacts. And we have a lot of stories we have documented. We are requesting the government to fund the community museums with 10 billion shillings to help us revive, a facelift, a package, and document our stories. And our stories can be a source for the film industry, can also be a source of information for the creative and performing industry in Uganda.
Majority of Ugandans, when you break them down, they're interested in arts, weekend getaways, leisure excursions. So when people come for such events, relax, enjoy the music, interact, they're spending, they're spending. So we believe that if we get more of these events, they will elevate our country or a destination to that one spectacular destination to go to in terms of events.
But Uganda right now is the #1 source market for Kenya's tourism. We have over 200,000 Ugandans that go to Kenya every single year. If we do exhibitions like this, it helps transform the Ugandans into loving and understanding their country more. Dubai gets over 31,000 Ugandans that go to Dubai every single year. Now, what that simply means is that we lose money to Dubai. Now, and then we keep asking ourselves, why are we poor? Because every little money we earn, we take it out. We buy watches, we buy this, we go and spend outside, and then we wonder why we are poor, because we remove money from our own economy. If the 33,000 Ugandans that go to Dubai spend the same money in the country, they would actually grow the country. If the 200,000 Ugandans that goes to Kenya every year spend the money within the economy, they would grow their own people. What Ugandans are doing, they're denying themselves an opportunity to grow and even ask themselves why they are poor at the end of the day.
I want to appreciate the organizers for coming up with such events that enable these small businesses to showcase what they have and actually create business for their products and services. But also very important is that we need to appreciate the fact that such organizers contribute to the economy in one way or the other. One, I know before you organize such an event, you need to book such a venue. You contribute towards the economy, you pay a fee, a license. You have to, of course, contact government to give you the necessary support, the security, because tourism is government-led and private sector driven. So the best government can do, provide security, ensure that the people, the revelers coming through are safe, to ensure that everything is going as planned. So that is one thing you need to appreciate. But also, indirectly on one or the other, such events put us to the next level. They promote our country, the beauty of our country. Because this event, Vumbula, is uniquely ours. Vumbula, I will translate it into discover. So people are coming here to discover, be entertained, and appreciate.
Unfortunately, the tourism private sector itself has not played a very key role in trying to do these exhibitions. But sometimes Uganda is for all of us, so it's important that young people are coming up and putting up these shows and doing them extremely very well. And it's good for the country, it's good for them also to grow. At the end of the day, the first love is for Uganda. That's what it's all about. Now, Ugandans will also love to, maybe the tour operators or people in the tourism industry would now maybe copy and see how well we can exhibit ourselves when we go outside the border of Uganda, especially with the Magical Kenya or WTM in London or ITB in German or Indaba in Cape Town.
Thank you so much for watching this bulletin. Please subscribe to this channel if you've not. Ndabukenya Shamira Faizo for Isinijurutv here in Uganda.